Welcome back to the Best Damn Nerd Show. James Kincaid alongside Jeff Budd. One final segment today, and I want to talk about a couple of Netflix adaptations. Let's start with Avatar: The Last Airbender. You know, we love the live action movie so much. Netflix said, why not redo the whole series? I guess it can't get worse than the movie, Jeff, but some casting calls.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Some casting call details leaked that are pointing to potential major changes to Aang's backstory, who, you know, if you're not familiar with Avatar: The Last Airbender, is the main character of the whole show and the most important character. He's the Avatar. And so I just wanted to read over some of these casting details, see what you think, Jeff, as a fellow fan of the show, the person that introduced me to Avatar: The Last Airbender.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and I thank you very much for that. So according to the casting call, Avatar: The Last Airbender is seeking a young male of East Asian or South Asian heritage to play a version of Aang who, in a radical contrast to his animated counterpart, is a young schoolboy with adopted parents who resents his powers because all he wants is to just be a regular kid. And it says Aang is a typical 12-year-old boy, a bit goofy, a bit nerdy, restless at school, always eager to join his friends for fun and games. He's nimble, energetic, and quick in the schoolyard. Adopted at birth, he struggled with questions of how he fits in, but his slaving parents have worked hard to make him feel accepted, so he's grown up to become generous, kind-hearted, and cheerful. It concludes, he's also been gifted with an incredible mystical power he doesn't really understand, but it could be the key to saving the world from a global conflict. It's a responsibility he's reluctant to accept because it'll take him away from his family, friends, and everything he knows. All he wants is just to be a regular kid. Jeff, your thoughts on, you know, the sort of changes, or, you know, some of it is consistent with the show.
I think their description of the characters is fine because I read the other ones too. I just don't understand like the school part and everything. Like, does this take place like in our world? Or like
I don't know.
It's bizarre, you know? And I mean, obviously like the parents and things like that, because it's, I mean, that's different than the series. I kind of want to know more about the world it's going to take place in. And then, so is bending also like not a thing? And so any of this bending that comes about is like really jarring to them and like, you know, unexplained.
Yeah.
It just seems like this could be its own thing. Kind of like what you were talking about last segment, you know, with the Star Wars writers. It's like they want to write their own thing, but they want to put Star Wars name on it so that people will be more inclined to
watch it. Yeah.
And it's like, you know, just create your own story. I feel like it being on Netflix alone should be, you know, sufficient. Because, I mean, if it's Avatar: The Last Airbender, you have the Avatar fans, but if it's not like Avatar: The Last Airbender, they're probably going to be pissed off. And if they're not fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender, then it's like a 50-50 shot that they'd watch your show anyway if it wasn't supposed to be like Avatar. If it was just, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call this, it doesn't matter. This sounds dumb. I'm not going to watch it. The cartoon series is enough for me. I saw the live action movie. You know, I was burned once. Never again. I'm kind of pissed. Well, not kind of. I am pissed because I feel bad for the creators of the cartoon series because they put their support and faith in M. Night Shyamalan because he was a fan of the series and he is an accomplished filmmaker. Whether or not you like his films is, you know, its own thing. But he at least, I think, was going into the project with the right mindset. And I don't think he executed it appropriately. And then with enough time that had passed, the creators of the series were like, we want another crack at this live action thing. We think we can do it. And so they were going to take a more hands-on approach, and Netflix, you know, gave them the avenue to do so. And then obviously whatever Netflix promised them isn't exactly what ended up happening. And both the guys ended up having to leave the project because of it. And I think that sucks. And now they're watching their creation be corrupted more because the live action movie is crappy, but you recognize what it is. And I still think it is a love letter to the series. It's just that I feel like M. Night kind of emphasized on the wrong parts at times. There's definitely like pacing and editing issues and, you know, some of the actors and whatnot. But I mean, that's sort of that's the risk of having like child actors anyway. You know, I mean, it can be a little dicey. And I think he was more focused on getting a boy who could actually do some of the martial arts stunts, you know, so that they could have like close-ups of him and everything. And other than that, he was just like a regular kid from Texas or something. He had no acting background. So
yeah, I still haven't seen
I don't know.
Your warning.
It's not worth seeing. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on the Avatar episode. Like I said, I don't think you gain anything from watching it. I don't hate the movie in the sense that you know, I hold anything against like M. Night Shyamalan as a fan. I just don't think it's a good movie, and I'm glad that they never like expanded on it. I feel bad that that's what we got, but now it looks like it's. I don't know, maybe like how the Star Wars prequels improved a little bit thanks to the Star Wars sequels. Maybe people are going to revisit that movie, and M. Night Shyamalan's going to be there laughing this entire time.
Well, we can only hope for the live action memes to be as good as the Star Wars prequel memes. Also, in this casting call, Zuko is a little bit different too. From according to this, that his dad will not be the Fire Lord, but just some military guy. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that was weird, and also. Maybe that he even has such a relationship with his father. I kind of like that he has no relationship with his father, because one of the biggest burns Zuko did on the show is when he talked about his relationship with his dad to Aang, and he's like, "You wouldn't know because you're an orphan." And it's like, damn, dude. And then it was funny to me because Zuko was basically, you know, he was giving a false story about what his relationship with what his father was like. And it's like Aang actually did have a better fatherly relationship with Monkiatsu. You know, It's like that was like an actual parent. And Zuko was the one who was like almost more of an orphan.
Yeah.
But I was just like, that was a rough line.
That's rough, buddy.
Like I said, it's fiercest burn because it's like shit. But I mean, now I don't even know what this is going to be like. And military for what? And what the fuck is a Fire Nation in this world that they're having? I feel like I don't know enough about the project yet, but I know enough to the point that I don't want to watch.
Yeah, the changes to Aang are enough to the point where
why does Aang need parents?
The alarm bells are going off that there's something very wrong with what they are doing with this show.
It's one of those things, though, where it's like it's a near miss again. You know what I mean? Because like their description of the character is fine, and like him not wanting to be the Avatar isn't completely off the mark either. You know,
correct. But and him wanting to play in the reindeer games with his friends and everything like that all tracks.
Yeah. But yeah, the parents and him going to school, and he doesn't understand his powers. Like I don't know, that's weird too.
He hasn't been in the ice for 100 years, from what it sounds like, either.
Oh yeah, fuck! I didn't even think about that.
That's fucking weird.
I don't know. The Captain America movies were popular. I feel we stick with that.
Yeah, I don't know. It all sounds a little messed up, but I don't know. It doesn't bode well. And
doesn't
like
sound like Avatar. Just do your own thing.
Well, and we're going to talk about this in a minute too. It's like just watch the animated series. Isn't that on Netflix? Yeah, or it was until recently. So what?
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't feel like it's that demanding of a task either. Familiarize yourself with the material that you're working with. And
it's brilliant. Well, I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying, just watch that. Again, money.
Oh, you're talking to the audience. Just watch that as opposed to. I thought you were talking about the people behind this.
No, they definitely should. Yeah, but I just don't see a reason for this.
Well, the nostalgia stuff and the constantly revisiting things, I think it shows like how culturally bankrupt we've become. And I mean, it's not that nostalgia hasn't always been used throughout the years. I mean, if we look back, is Forrest Gump really even a good movie? Or is it just really playing on a lot of
good movie, dude.
60s? Fuck you. And
I think you should go home, Jeffy.
All the 80s stuff, and I don't think we'll ever be able to have like nostalgia of things that happened in the 2000s because it was just us revisiting other decades.
Yeah.
There's nothing new anymore. Have we even created anything like at least like 2007?
Yeah, I don't know.
What have we produced? The MCU, which those are all storylines from like 60s comics and on. That's all we have that's new.
Haunting of Hill House was good. You still need to watch that. But
I don't know.
It's the last news.
Like, I don't know. You're recommending it too much and it's putting me off.
I know. I've ruined it for you already without you even watching it. But whatever. So
calculated risk.
So
You're
help
like,
me God if you like Bly Manor. All right, but I want to end today.
what if I don't even realize which one I'm clicking on and I just watch all of Bly Manor?
No, you
Hey,
would
you know what, James? You were right. That's a great show.
Oh, God, that would be our greatest test yet.